I'm telling you, this video is going to end and I'm still not going to have any lashes on me.
Before you came round, my heart would never be much faster.
Hey guys, karibuni and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet clicked that subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting for, but click that subscribe button and join the club. As you can see from the title of this video, I thought I would torture myself again and try out doing something that I normally don't do, which is putting on lashes. And yeah, as you guys could see from my previous video, I am truly not a makeup-y person, so I thought I'm going to today watch a YouTuber called K Yarms, and yeah, she has a eyelash tutorial that I looked at and I was like, this doesn't look too bad, this looks like something I can do. So I'm gonna try putting on my lashes on screen, and as always, I'm also going to be talking about something that can help us get our lives together. Okay, now it's still Women's Month, and so today what I'm going to be discussing on the video is something that's been going on in the social spheres here in South Africa. If you do not live in South Africa and you don't know who Norma Gigaba is our former Minister of Finance's wife, and 2 weeks ago she was arrested because she damaged her husband's friend's car. And the reason why she damaged it is apparently he borrowed his friend's car, came home, and she was mad because he is allegedly cheating on her with another woman, and she's allegedly pregnant right now. And it's not his first time cheating on his wife. He has cheated on her a couple of times, and yeah, she got mad because apparently the guy who borrowed him that particular car is the guy who she believes hooks her husband up with these side chicks. So yeah, I'm gonna chat about that, but I don't do this whole thing of chatting about people. I prefer to just focus on the issue itself and what we can learn from the issue. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying on my lashes as well as talking about this, so it's gonna be a bit, you know, but we'll see how we do. So first up, before we even get started, let's quickly watch a snippet of this video just so that I know what I'm doing, and then I can get started in talking about this whole situation surrounding Norma and Malusi Gigaba. Okay, let's go.
Okay, what I usually do is I just push up the glue. I have a bit on the tube, and then I take my lash like that, and I just run this glue that is on the tube across my lash line like that. Okay, just make sure you've got everything, and add a little bit more in the front and in the back of the lash, right? So that's what it should look like. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pick it up with some tweezers. You wanna hold it in the middle of the lash because that's where you're sticking it first, and you need to make sure that it's stuck in the middle first before you can move on to anything else. So you hold it in the middle, and I don't know if you guys can see, the tweezers are right near the band. They're not touching the glue. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to your position that you found, you're comfortable with. Your head is not moving. The only thing that's moving, hand, tweezers, lash, right? And you're just gonna sit them on top. And once the middle is stuck, stick on the back. Stick on the front and stick on the back. And your lashes are stuck on.
Guys, you saw it, I saw it. I don't know if I can do it, but let's get started on this. So the first thing she said you're going to need is you're going to need some tweezers, and then you're obviously going to need some eyelashes, and mine are Sobe. I got mine from Sobe. No, they're Sobe, but I got mine from Clicks. So yeah, and then they came already with the glue, and obviously I also got myself a big tissue because I know I'm gonna make a mess. So yeah, let's just start, and then as I'm trying to do this whole tutorial, I'm gonna start talking about the situation at hand. So I've already kind of given you a backstory to the situation, and you know what, as I was just reading up on this thing and kind of watching some people talking about the situation, I started thinking about, you know, how important it is for us to really align ourselves with people who have the same values as us. The reason I'm saying that is because, right? Oh, I managed to put glue on that one. The reason I'm saying that is because Norma and Malusi clearly don't have the same values at heart at all. And that's why she got so frustrated and she damaged that car, because you can imagine for years she has been suffering humiliation at the hands of her husband, because he clearly believes in a polygamous relationship type of situation, or an open relationship type of situation, or he's just a cheater in general, and obviously she's not. What happens now is that two people with two different value systems got married, and unfortunately now are paying the consequences for the decisions that they made. And I feel sorry for her. I mean, when I saw the video of her entering the magistrate's court, I really felt sorry for her. But at the same time, as I saw her entering the magistrate's court, you know, I couldn't help but think that, you know, guys, and this is a little bit off topic, but we really reap what we sow. Because she, for those who don't know, was actually his girlfriend when he was still married to his first wife. And some people have been saying that this is karma. Now, I don't really believe that this is karma, because karma, in the true sense of its definition, is basically when you live a particular life in this life, and then you die, and then however you lived in this life impacts your next life. Remember, is it a Hindu or a Buddhist? I'm not too sure. A Hindu or a Buddhist, I don't know if I should say theology, but it's their belief, because they believe in reincarnation. So it's not karma that she's experiencing, guys. Karma is not what she's experiencing. She's reaping what she's sowing. She sowed a bad seed, and he sowed a bad seed by marrying a woman when he's still married to another woman, and her by dating a man who is married. And they got married. Their marriage was founded on sand, basically, and that's why the storms of life came, and the whole thing basically is falling apart. You cannot take somebody who is married and get married to that person and think that you're not going to reap what you have sowed. You know what I'm saying? So maybe their values are the same in a weird kind of a sense, but I think that their values are different, because she expected him now to stop his ways, and he was just like, nah. Let me try this. Ooh, I'm looking into my screen here. I should be looking here. Okay, so she said here, this hand is not moving. My face shouldn't move either. So let's try and see here. Right in the middle. Right in the middle, Faith. Lord. I can't remember if she used her fingers at any point. Did she? But I can't control this anymore, guys. Oh my god, and this piece here keeps standing up. Oh my gosh, I can't. I think the glue dried because I was talking too much. So let's try that again. This time I'm not going to talk as much, okay guys? But anyway, so I believe that, you know, when you get married to someone whose views are not aligned with yours, you are going to encounter problems in your relationship, because what's going to happen is down the line you are both going to be faced with life situations and decisions that are governed, or that will be determined by the values that you hold closest to you. So if me and my husband, for example, have the same values, which we do, whenever certain life situations come our way, we respond to them in a similar manner, because our value system is the same. And so that is so important to have in a relationship. Take two. Not moving, this hand moving. Oh my god. Do you see that? Guys, you see why I'm saying this lash life is not for me? I need to wipe my eyes. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back and I have my lashes here. I'm putting them on my tweezer, just like Kay did. I just feel like these beauty influencers are on another level, you guys, and they make these things look so much more easier than they actually are. I'm just gonna use my hand here. God. Yeah, Lord, come on, please, Lord, help me here. Okay, so I somewhat managed. I'm not saying it's great, guys, but I somewhat managed. It feels a little funny because it feels like it's dancing on my face or something, so I don't know. I'm just gonna, oh my god, there's some black stuff under my eye now. Okay, so that's the first one put on.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
As I put on the second one, I'm gonna share with you guys what I believe are things as far as values are concerned that you need to take into consideration when you are planning to hook up with someone, when you're planning to get married to someone. I believe these are just important things to take note of. So the first thing is you need to have the same spiritual values, because when your spiritual values will help you navigate life, and they also influence how you see life. If you are with someone who has completely different spiritual values from you, it's going to become very difficult down the line when you need to make certain decisions, because you are going to run to one value system and they are going to run to another value system, and you might actually find that the principles from these value systems, as far as spirituality and faith and religion is concerned, are completely different. A lot of people like to say that, oh, we're all worshiping one God, there's one way, and we are all doing the same thing differently. Trust me, I know. I have seen relationships where the lady in this instant wanted to go to a traditional doctor, a sangoma, mganga wa kienyeji, and her husband didn't believe in that. He believed in going to church and praying and actually, going through Christ. And it was a whole thing, and their relationship actually broke up because they realized that for all the life issues, she believed in going to the sangoma or mganga to get her solutions or to get her answers, and he didn't want to ascribe to that. Clash. And you'd think this is something that someone would think of, but before they get married. But I'm telling you, those lovey-dovey feelings should not cloud your judgment, because I promise you, down the line, you are going to need your spiritual values to help you navigate, especially the more tricky life situations. Your spiritual value system, your spiritual beliefs need to be the same, because life is already difficult. Yeah, it can be done, but life is already difficult, so you don't want to be making life even more difficult and tricky for yourself. Okay, let me try and put this second lash on. Oh, head must not move, Faith. Lord, Jesus, Lord, thank you, Lord, you are good to me. Help me keep this eyelash on, Lord, please. Let's try that again. Okay, I think it became dry or something. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't know if it's the glue that's not like good quality. I don't understand. Anywho, the next thing after you guys looking at the spiritual values, the next thing that you guys need to agree on is you need to have the same values and views when it comes to how a relationship should look like. And you'd think that this is like basic stuff, but I promise you, you do not want down the line somewhere for someone to tell you, no, I actually believe in having 2 wives or 3 wives. You're just gonna sit there like, you don't want like down the line to someone to tell you, I believe in having threesomes. I believe in having an open relationship. I promise you, you need to have these conversations with someone. So you need to have a discussion on what are your thoughts around polygamy? How are your thoughts around relationships? Do you believe in having a committed serious relationship for life? Or do you believe in getting married one day? Do you believe in a life partnership? Do you believe in, like, you need to discuss these things. And this is like just like what I mentioned now, is we take these things for granted. Someone might believe in like being in a committed relationship, but not necessarily marriage. And there you are now, craving and wanting something that the other person can't offer you. All because you didn't have a discussion about what you believed a good relationship should look like. So we need to have these discussions. And I would prefer for someone to tell me straight off the bat that this is what I believe, so that I can make a choice right off the bat and say bye if it's not my choice. Here's a little story time for you guys. When I was in varsity, I think I was like second year or something, I remember I was in the library, right? And this guy came to me, and this guy was like, hey, you're cute, whatever. And then he was like, no, you know what? I would really love to take you back to KZN. And I was like, oh, really? Why? And he's like, no, I want you to meet my family, more especially my wife. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Your wife? And he was like, yeah, my wife, I'm married, and before I could marry you or get into a relationship with you, I'll need to disclose to her. She'll have to meet you and do the whole thing. And now for me, obviously I'm like, hell no, that's not what I want in life. But you know what? I appreciated that guy because he was so plain blank honest about the situation. He was like, I'm married and I believe in polygamy. And clearly his wife also believed in polygamy. And he was like, before I even do anything with you, I need to tell my wife about you. You need to meet her. If I believed in polygamy, I would have been like, dang, yes, let's go. Now, because I don't believe in polygamy, I was like, nah, deuces, this isn't my thing. And anyway, I was already in a relationship at that time, so there's that. But you get my drift. Disclose to people what your view of a relationship is early on into the relationship, so that you don't catch people's children by surprise later on. This one now is lifting off. You know what, guys? Bye. Anywho, the next thing that you guys need to agree on is you need to have the same values as far as what you guys believe the roles in your relationship should look like. You need to agree that this is how I believe the man's role looks like. This is how I believe the woman's role looks like. Because you know what? You can have the same spiritual values. You can have the same agreements as far as oh my God, what am I doing to myself? As far as, the kind of relationship you both want. I can't even be serious. I'm making such a mess of myself. You can have these same values as far as spirituality is concerned, as far as I don't know, like your views on a relationship should look like, but the roles, you could be marrying someone who has the same faith as you. You could be marrying someone who believes in the same type of relationship as you, but that person might have very different ideas about the roles that each partner should play. Let me give you another story time. My husband and I, we are both from Christian families, born-again families. Both of us are born-again Christians, so we have the same values, spiritual values. We have the same ideas as far as how our type of relationship should look like, right? So it was all good to go. Now, when we got married, we actually realized that even though we're coming from similar backgrounds in that sense, what we witnessed growing up as far as the roles of a husband and wife were concerned were completely different. We had to realign ourselves and actually realize, wow, we have a lot of different views on the roles and responsibilities a wife and a husband carry. Obviously, some were similar, but there were some finer things that were completely different, and they affected our relationship in the first few years of marriage. And we had to sit and have a conversation and realign ourselves. So I think it's also important throughout this thing, the thread that keeps appearing is having a constant open communication line with your partner is extremely important, so that when these things arise, you are able to like have a conversation, realign yourselves, and both parties should be willing to find that common ground, or that, you know, thing to resolve and to move on. So yeah. Oh, I think I did a fairly okay job for someone who has never done this. Let me look at myself in the mirror.
Why you always lying?
It's a little bit messy. I won't lie. It's a little bit messy up here. But, oh, it's quite messy. It's very messy at the top here. I feel like I did, I made a real big schmuck of it up here. There's like glue and whatnot. I'm gonna try and remove some of this glue with my tweezer. Hold on. Oh no. Now I'm moving the glue. Now I'm moving the lash. Why did I do that? Jamani. Mungu. Ningeacha tu. Let's see. You know when you just like doing too much, you should have just left it and put some eyeshadow on top. Yani, you know what? I'm leaving it like that, honestly. I'm leaving it like that. Okay, so these are my lashes kind of done. It's quite filthy up here somewhere, but I think when you're looking at me head on, you know, and you just look at me here, straight to my face. You won't see it, Shem. It's only when I blink and when you come close to my face, then you'll be like, what's wrong with Faye's face? But I think if you're just kind of looking at me like, hello, how are you? Yeah, I just look kind of okay. And I think with a bit of mascara that I might put after this video, I might look somewhat decent. But anyway, so I've managed to somewhat put eyelashes on my eyes. Thank you, Kay. It worked somewhat. I just need a bit more practice. Last thing that you need to have as a couple, or if you want to get into a relationship with someone, is you guys need to have the same values and views when it comes to marriage, when it comes to family, when it comes to children, when it comes to like friends, in-laws. You need to have the same values when it comes to those things. You're going to see very quickly when you're married that you need to live day by day with the same person. You need to be making decisions with this person. You need to be making like moves that are centered around those things. And let me tell you, if your values around marriage, family, friends, children, finances, work is not the same, you are going to frustrate each other. I'm not saying it will be the end of your relationship, but you guys are going to frustrate each other. And if your values are different, speak about it. Find a common ground. I think with everything that I've spoken about in this video, it's about finding common ground with your spouse. And making sure that both of you are on the same page as far as what you both want for the relationship, and making sure that we are grounding our relationships on solid rock and not on sand. When those winds of life comes, when the storms come, you need to make sure that you guys have a strong value system, a strong foundation that your relationship can hold on to, and that will enable you to make those difficult decisions. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you think about marriage, values, and relationships in general, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.